It's that time of year when the atmosphere can become so laden with moisture that a few inches of rain can fall in a very short time. This past Sunday, it happened in Bucks and Montgomery counties. 2 Thursdays ago, slow-moving thunderstorms in Cumberland and York counties dumped 5 to 6 inches in about 3 hours, closing roads and requiring at least one water rescue on the Gettysburg Pike. It's that kind of torrential rain that really puts the flash in flash flooding. Consider Yellow Breeches Creek in Cumberland County, where many places the water is typically 1 to 2 feet deep. Here's a look at the water level on the creek just south of Camp Hill near the Capital City Mall back on July 23rd and 24th. The initial pulse of heavy rain sent the creek up 3 feet in about 3 hours. Then it leveled off briefly before rising 6 more feet in about 5 hours to peak at 10.5 feet before sunrise on the 24th, the 6th highest peak on record going back to the early 1950s. And some of the most historic flash floods in state history have occurred this time of year. Residents of northwestern Pennsylvania will never forget July 17, 1942, in Smethport, McKean County, where an estimated 30 inches of rain fell in about 6 hours. Then there was the Johnstown flood in late July 1977, when a complex of slow-moving thunderstorms dumped nearly a foot of rain in 10 hours on parts of the Conemaugh Valley. Now, those rainfalls are literally off the charts. If we want to get a feel for the frequency of more typical heavy rains, 2 inches in a day is a reasonable threshold here in Pennsylvania. Now, here's a breakdown for Harrisburg by month of all days on which 2 inches of liquid precipitation fell. I found 134 of those heavy rain days in 120 years of records, so a little more than 1 per year on average. Now, these kinds of days are uncommon from January to April and at the tail end of the year. They're most common in August, with September a close second, in large part due to the remnants of tropical systems. For example, Ivan and Jean are in there from 2004, Floyd from 1999, Hannah from last year. Now, here's the same breakdown for Philadelphia, where the pattern looks similar. August the peak month, with July and September tied for second. Being closer to the ocean means more of these big rain days in Philadelphia, 221 in nearly 140 years of records, so about 3 every 2 years on average. That frequency goes way down if we head across the mountains to Pittsburgh to a drier, more continental climate. Just 39 such days in 84 years of records, so less than 1 every 2 years on average. There, July and June are the top 2 months for heavy rain days, though the 3 rainiest days on record in Pittsburgh came later in the year with the remnants of tropical systems. Ivan and Francis in September of 2004, and Hazel in October of 1954, all causing significant flooding. And flooding remains near the top of the list of weather-related causes of death here in the United States. Over the last 30 years, more people have died in floods than from hurricanes, or from tornadoes, or from lightning. Paul is back with the extended forecast next.